So we out here at the Hebrew Academy in Atlanta, Georgia during Passover week. I'm ridiculously excited. You know what I mean? As a young man, I used to fight, wrestle, became city champion, went to the States, loved it. Back here with other hellified warriors, General Muhammad, football, other brothers, other sports, Haas. All tons of these brothers been into all kind of stuff, man. Some been in real wars, and real battles, and real throwdowns. You know what I'm saying? I got Captain Kaposh over here. He one of the 8. Somebody ever mentioned the 8 to you? It means this was one of 8 men that fought the whole city, Kentucky. You understand? And say again? Louisville, Kentucky, during the riots with Black Lives Matter. And these brothers warred onto blood. You understand? This is an honorable war. He came through that fight. He won that battle. And then went on to build his camp and went on to build camps in the Caribbean. Dominican Republic. Assisted with Haiti. What other camps?
Puerto Rico.
Now this camps all over. Like these are the kind of men that come up in here. These is not regular niggas, man. Okay? These is brothers that really understand what it means to be faithful to the thing that you stand on. You understand? This is greatness. You're watching greatness before your eyes. You're watching the Lord hand down great work to more and more great brothers. So we at Hebrew Academy. We doing all our thing, but let me run it back down to you from the beginning. Hebrew Academy started by Chief Head Priest Marshall. He started this way back in the 80s. I happened to be, through the grace and mercy of the Lord, in one of those early camps. And so every Sunday, and that's the thing, we used to have to come out every Sunday for the year. So every Sunday, we would come out to the field. And everything you see us doing here, we would do then. And some enhancements. Big shout out to Captain McCard as usual, man. The head instructor for the Hebrew Academy. You understand, under the generals, has advanced the Hebrew Academy and added more to the whole production. So then Marshall would bring us out on Sunday. And we would start with our martial arts. We'd start 6 in the morning every single Sunday. And it was heavy because we'd be out partying Saturday night and all of that. And then, kill that if you can. All right, he would start out early Sunday morning and we'd be out partying Saturday night. And we'd come in as young man and had to get up Sunday morning and grind out in Hebrew Academy. And that's how it started. You know what I mean? Of course, at the time it had to develop. So he started it on Saturdays. We started to build it up. We'd get out there, we'd do our martial arts, do our training, our fighting, all of that. And then we would graduate and we would go forward. General Muhammad came in later. Did we have covers in the past? We did, so my bad. We had covers way back in the day, but we had stopped it after certain things went down. But General Muhammad brought the covers back into the game. And then the brothers started wearing the covers again because General Muhammad got us back up and running with it. You know what I mean, with the Hebrew Academy before he passed it on to the head instructor, who's the head instructor now, which is Cap McCod. So that's how the Hebrew Academy started. Marshall knew that men need to be trained. Marshall was very wise to understand that men had to have the things that men need to have to be men. And so he focused on those things as we were learning and growing in the scripture. And the Hebrew Academy was one of those things. And the Hebrew Academy was brutal. Back then, the school was brutal. You know what I mean? We'd throw you down the stairs. If you didn't act right and you was hard-headed, we'd just throw you down the stairs. Don't nobody do that now. You know, man, I witnessed cats get thrown out the window and all that from the second floor, bust their head open, and told them, you never come up in here and speak about that again. We was extremely radical and a little ignorant, and it was beautiful. And we was that way because we were just coming off some of the most horrible events that we had. First of all, the Muslims came up and attacked and killed the head of the school before we became the official I.S.U.P.K. And so as a result, it let us know that while we have this truth, that we also got to be prepared to protect ourselves and protect our family and to defend ourselves. And that's exactly what we trained to do. And it's beautiful and healthy. A lot of brothers discover ailments that they had and get them treated. You know, in the hood, you don't go to doctor very often because you're trying to survive, you're working hours, all the psychological warfare that Esau pours down on you. And so now that you come and you start training, you start to find out certain things might be wrong with you. You start to find out some of your shortcomings, and you start to find out some of your best and what you're really good at. And once again, it helps us greatly. Like, we've gotten lazy here, to a certain respect in terms of watching over ourselves. I'm not saying that every man got to train like he's in the woods somewhere, but we have to remember that we live among a man who will pull all our rights if he have the opportunity to. He don't care about that. And that's why, what's the name of the brother who stabbed the Edomite?
Carmelo Anthony.
Carmelo Anthony?
The one in Texas,
Yeah.
stabbed Austin Metcalf.
Right. Carmelo Anthony.
Count.
His name is ringing out all over the internet, and for good reason. Because black people realize that we are on the verge of attack by these people who have bought into the idea of America's white supremacy and racism. And because of that, black men are training. Black women are training. And they're training not to go harm nobody, but to protect themselves. Because we know certain people are sore winners. They could rule the earth and they'll still hate you. They could be in charge and they'll still do you in. So we understand that. So now brothers want to really protect themselves. If you have a son, it's always said black men like to walk away from their family. Black men don't take care of their kids. But what you don't understand is this society, and you'll never believe what I'm saying, but your psychologists and others will tell you this to be true, that you train black men to not be able to love their children. Because you can't love your child if you don't have the right to protect your child. So we have to go through life having children and trying to love our children while you take away our rights, give them away to women, take away our rights, give them away to homosexuals, tell us what we can and can't teach our children, stop us from raising up our sons. And so black men give up because you break their spirit. That's why they give up. But you know what? It's a new day. Take a look up on that hill. Take a look at that hill. This is a new day. These are new men. Their hearts have changed for righteousness. They're not criminals. They're not drug dealers. They're not gangsters. They're not terrorists. They're not any of those things. They're simple men seeking to understand the Bible and walk in righteousness. And whatever that takes, they want that. And they're supposed to be allowed to have it. Every man has a right to procreate, protect his family, take care of his family, and these brothers are no different. You just don't like when they do it because you're afraid of them.
And what do you got to do? This is our Hebrew Academy. So we the Israelite School of U.P.K. We're a national-wide organization. We teach blacks and Hispanics and Native American Indians that we're the 12 lost tribes of the nation of Israel according to the Bible, right? So we do a lot of these brothers, we come from the inner city communities, shanty towns, some of us is from Haiti, Dominican Republic, and we come and we just teach them discipline, so we're doing exercises, push-up drills, things like that, little self-defense, just to keep brothers disciplined, keep them out the streets, keep them out of trouble, keep them out of y'all hands.
You're afraid of the great spirit that's inside them and what the Lord might do with them.
My name is Jack Lindner. I'm a reporter for the Marietta Daily Journal.
And what brought you out here?
We heard about the event that's going on here today, and so we just wanted to come by and see what was going on. So we're just interested in covering it.
What do you think about it so far?
I'm not at liberty really to give any opinion. So approximately how long are you guys going to be out here?
We might be out here for a couple more hours.
A couple more hours?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think y'all are accomplishing your goal here today?
What do you think?
I'm not sure.
Hey, when was the last time you ever seen an organization do this in this area? Or when was the last time you had to do a story or go and collect information about something in this realm?
You're afraid of that. And I can't help your fear. I can't give you a pill to solve your fear. What you've done before the Lord under the heavens is your crime. And you got to face that crime. Take another look at it. Even in wheelchairs, in any condition, they want this. And you don't want them to have it. You want to be the only one feeding. the only one everyone's afraid of. You don't want anyone to have their own self-help. You say get off the welfare. You say get off the welfare. You say stop asking for a handout. Well, here they are. They're not asking for a handout. They're not asking for your welfare. They're trying to escape it. That's what Hebrew Academy has always been about. I came to Harlem, man, as a young man, at 18, looking for a life, looking to do something, and found this truth. The first sense and spirit that came over me was, I'm gonna be a free, independent, strong black man that's not gonna have to go begging another man. And that's what these brothers want. That's Hebrew Academy. That's what it's always been. That's what it was back in the 80s under the great Marshal of 1 West 125th Street, I.S.U.P.K, home of the truth since 1969. That's what it's going to be in the future, man. Brakatha Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai.